Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. Hitting you guys off with another live stream. Talk about this the fight weekend for February the 8th. We got a lot of action, you know what I'm saying, a lot of subplots and whatnot. We're gonna get into it. So just to preview, you got at the zone card, Kell Brook versus Mark DeLuca. Showtime, you have Gary Russell Jr. defending his WBC title versus King Tug. And you got a bunch of little small cards too that I want to talk about. Not really live on TV, but um, there's some streaming. It's a lot of fights that you can stream. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. So the first one, Kell Brook versus Mark DeLuca. This is a comeback fight for Kell Brook. You know, Kell Brook is still a big name in the sport of boxing. Um, he got over shoot, I don't know how many fights. He damn near got 40 fights. I was surprised. I think he like 36 and 2, 37 and 2. You know, Kell Brook, he was a long time welterweight. And we know about, what happened. He moved up to middleweight. Hey, Miss Boxing, how you doing? Good morning. He moved up to middleweight, lost to Triple G a couple years ago. That kind of derailed his career. And then he still stood up to plate to fight Earl Spence in his next fight, which was at the time, Earl Spence was the boogeyman. Nobody wanted to fight him. So I give him props for that. But, that kind of derailed his career, taking those two tough fights back to back like that. And it's shown because he haven't really been looking as great as of late. His last fight was almost about 14 months ago against Michael Zarafa, and he didn't really look too good. He won the fight, but you know we'll see. I thought he struggled to make 147 for a long time. I felt as though he should have moved up maybe right after the Earl Spence fight, or if he when he fought Triple G, he probably should have vacated because that's a tough toll on your body fighting two tough fighters back to back. But he showed he's a warrior. But I always like Kell Brook. I think he's a solid fighter. Nothing too fancy. A lot of straight punches down the middle. He has a good jab. He can switch to southpaw if you need to. He's strong. Um, so I kind of figured that 54 would be his next destination. 54 is hot right now. So he got a lot of smoke there. If he plan on fighting, even just a regular guy, we seen what happened to J Rock. So he's fighting Mark DeLuca, a southpaw, tough southpaw, durable. 24-1. Um, you know, he's a tough competitor. You know what I'm saying? Not really. This is his biggest step up fight. So we're gonna see how he perform and how his mental game is when he's fighting over in England in Kell Brook's home country, hometown. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Luca is strong though. You know what I'm saying? He been in training camps with Demetrius Andrade. So, um, I mean multiple camps. So that always tells me something about a fighter if he keep bringing you back. You know what I'm saying? So that means he been putting in some good work. So I expect a tough fight for him. I don't expect Kell Brook to stop him, but I think he'll win on points. Um, I just think the magnitude of the fight is going to get to DeLuca. But he's tough. If he gets in his groove, you know what I'm saying? He's a good boxer. He can be slick when he want to be, and he's strong too. So looking forward to it. The undercard, you have a women's world title fight. You got Ava Wallstrom, the WBC champion at 130 pounds, facing Terry Harper. Now this is your typical uh, you got the old head versus the new school coming up. Ava Wallstrom is 39 years old. She's been world champion for a few years. Um, you can say she had a tune-up fight in November. It was a non-title fight. She won that. But before that, you can arguably say she lost three fights in a row. You know what I'm saying? She's actually won 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Um, Her win, she beat Melissa St. Ville. That was a tough, close fight. Um, I thought Melissa St. Ville won that fight. She knocked her down. They didn't call it. It was a hometown type of this. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you fight in somebody's hometown. You got damn near kill them to win it. You know what I'm saying? Um, And then the second fight after that, she got she got beat up by Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? That was on the Canelo Rocky Fielding undercard. And then the third fight, it was a fight I actually went to out here in Vegas. Well, when I went to Vegas, she fought Ronica Jeffries in August last year, and I thought it was kind of even the first 4 rounds, and after that, I thought Ronica Jeffries won all the rest of the rounds, but they scored it a draw. So she's been she's been skated by the thin of her teeth, and if you look at it, if you look at all that, take all that to account, and her age and how she fights, she's a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Slick counter puncher. She's not really aggressive, but she like to box and be slick. This got, you know what I'm saying, all the writing on the wall that she's gonna lose this fight. Terry Harper got all the advantages. She's younger, stronger, taller. She got better technique. She definitely got the most power. Terry Harper fights out of the UK. She's the IBO champion if y'all count that. But she's tough, man. This is gonna be a tough fight for Ava Wallstrom because she got to deal with this girl is physically bigger than her, and she been, like I said, she been just barely getting by. Or it can, if you look on the other hand, it can be one of those things where she figured it out. You know what I'm saying? She got, how like sometime in life you get away with this, get away with this, you get away with that, and then you finally, what I'm saying, figure it out. And then you back on the straight and narrow, what I'm saying? So maybe she she got herself together, what I'm saying? She always come in great shape. So we'll see. But I expect Harper to win this fight on points. I think she's just gonna be the stronger, more technical, aggressive fighter, and she's gonna keep Ava at range. Ava has to get in, and because she's probably like, I think she, I think she's like 5'5", and Terry Harper's like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". So she's gonna have to get in, and and that's really not her forte. She's a boxer, so we'll see. You know what I'm saying? All right. So another good looking fight on paper. I want to talk about this card. It's for the IBF Fighter Eliminator for the 100 for the featherweight title for Josh Warrington. You got Kid Galahad, southpaw, crafty guy. Yes, yeah, it is. It's boxing. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting night of boxing. You know what I'm saying, with all these fights. But Kid Galahad, he's facing Claudio Marrero. Um, this, like, looking at this fight style wise, you got two southpaws, tricky, crafty guys. And my thing, I mean, it makes what's up, at it makes for it can make for an ugly fight. I'm expecting a ugly tactical fight of this. I could be wrong. You know, Kid Gallagher had a very competitive fight against Josh Warrington, but many thought he won. I thought he lost that fight, by a round or two, but he was definitely competitive. He's tricky. He switches a lot. He switches a lot. You know what I'm saying? He can be southpaw 1 minute, the next second, the next punch he can be righty. Um, he's very crafty. When he fought the last southpaw guy I seen him fight was Toko Khan Clary. He was stepping on his foot. You know what I'm saying? Like every other jab he threw, he was stepping on his foot, stepping on his foot, and so that made for some, I wouldn't say dirty, but cagey, tricky tactics. Claudio Marrero is another tricky southpaw, counter puncher by nature. He can punch a little bit. He had a tough comparative fight against Tugs, who I'm gonna talk about later. Um, they had that fight wide. I had it very close. I said even a draw, maybe one guy won one round ahead, not really that wide. But like I think the styles right here is going to be crazy. But hopefully, what I'm saying, they can figure it out and have a good fight. But I don't know, man. I don't know who I think is gonna win this. I have to favor Kid Galahad because I mean he's at home, but this is a 50-50 fight though. You know what I'm saying? So um as a hardcore fan like myself, I like it a little bit because they technical and their styles. I can sit through it. I can sit through a boring fight because I'm not just looking at Just that it's boring. I'm looking at the tactics or how they're trying to break the guy down or how they're trying to navigate throughout the fight. So um, I don't know, man. It's a tough fight to call. I'm a favorite Kid Gallahan on points, but I think both guys has enough power to get each other up out of there. With to see what they bring to the table, and this is basically, I'm not gonna say it's their last opportunity, but opportunity is getting short. You know what I'm saying? Galahad lost his fight, and he right back in position. And then Marrero, he lost to back in the day, he lost to Cuellar for the WBA regular or one of those titles. It wasn't the real one. And then he lost to Tugs. Then he won another fight, a WBA eliminator against a guy last year, right after Tugs. So I mean, how many opportunities these guys gonna get? So we'll see, man. We'll see. What's up, the Texan? What's good? So this is zone card, man. I think it's probably start like 11 o'clock my time, West Coast time. You know those cards be forever in a day, so tune in to the zone if you want to catch that card. All right, then we're gonna switch gears. Now, this the card, this the fight that I'm really excited about, man. Gary Russell Jr. versus Tugs King Tug. This a WBC mandatory fight. Tugs, I'm gonna start with him first. He's a silver medalist in the 2016 Olympics. You know what I'm saying? From Mongolia. He can fight, man. Very technically skilled, sharp. To me, his style is like a aggressive, technical guy. He's not a counter puncher. He's an aggressive tactical fighter. You know what I'm saying? Those guys like in that region, like Triple G and what I'm saying, those guys, that's how they fight. They're aggressive tactical fighters. You know what I'm saying? Not just reckless. They're tactical with their aggression. And he come from the same mode. He has a good right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he had a tough fight with Marrero, which got him ready for a southpaw. That was over a year ago on the Thurman versus Josito Lopez undercard. So, he been out of the ring for a minute, probably his longest layoff. Um, he got a high knockout ratio, 11-0 with 9 KOs. So, I mean, he can definitely punch. He worked the body pretty well. Like I said, tactical. Um, he'll clean up with the hook. He has a good jab when he want to use it, and straight right hand. So, um, aggressive boxer puncher. Yeah, I'm with that. What's up, Trey X? What's good, man? Salute. Yeah, he is. I agree with that. Um, so he can pose some problems for Gary. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how it depends how he go through this fight, because I think he gonna have to be the aggressor and push Gary back a little bit and make Gary kind of think. But it's a problem with that, because Gary is such a cerebral fighter, which he's always thinking. You know what I'm saying? If you come forward and pressure him, you're gonna open yourself up for a counter, because he's not faster than Gary. There's not a lot of fighters faster than him hand speed. So he's not gonna beat them to the punch. Will he stay outside and box? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Work rate. Yeah. Yep. Stereotypical. Yep. If you're gonna stay on the outside and box with Gary, it's the same thing gonna happen with JoJo. The hand speed gonna be dazzle you. You know what I'm saying? To say, you know what I'm saying? Because Gary can get his hands off and keep you at bay. He might not be throwing nothing too crazy, nothing hard, but he can use his hand speed as a decoy to keep you away from him. Because if you overcommit, if you overstep your boundary, then that's a right hook right there, and the fight's over with. So he gonna have to pressure Gary, but he have to be smart pressure, jab to the body. He gonna have to invest in the body. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like in the Jojo Diaz fight, I thought Gary was slowing down the stretch. Of course, the hand speed started to diminish a little bit. It was still there, but it started to go down a little bit. He was breathing kind of hard. Jojo, just didn't have. He just lost so many rounds early in the fight where he couldn't really capitalize. And Gary has a decent chin, you know what I'm saying? So I still think he's gonna have to pressure him, but he have to be smart pressure. You know what I'm saying? It might be a tactical fight, because I think they're gonna be worried about the hand speed. And But he gonna have to figure out a point in the fight where he gonna have to, just like forget it, yo. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna get my shots off. I'm gonna make sure I push him back and be the aggressor and be the stronger man, and then he may have a chance. Gary Russell, on his hand, spoke on this before. Both, the Texans said, both coming off some long stints of inactivity, so the fight is even, pretty even level. I know Gary got that little fight in and on the Wilder card last May. So yeah, I mean, I'm with that. You know, Russell always have long layoffs. uh, Now we all lost to Ramirez in the Olympics of 2012. Okay, some say he really should have took home the gold medal. Okay, yeah, that's good fact right there. Yeah, he's good, man. Very technically sound. So he can make this fight a thing. Like I can see this fight being technical. It depends how. Like I said, it's all depending on Tug because Gary gonna do the same shit he always do. Is he gonna? He gonna have to go to the body though. That's one thing. He got to stay committed to the body. What's up, Finks? What's good, man? My guy Finks, what's going on with you? Gary's combination output would be the key early on, but in the long run, it gets going. Yeah, okay. I'm with that. That's a good assessment right there. Because speaking of Gary, he always starts off like that. Ken Tubb's movement in this fight. I like Ken Tubb's movement in this fight. Gary like guys to be right in front of him. Yep. Yeah, he gonna have to move, use angles. Um, I thought in the Marrero fight, he was doing well in that move, giving him different angles, shooting the right hand. He was working the body against Marrero. Only thing with Marrero is a counter puncher, but he's not an active counter puncher. Like he gonna wait for you. Like Gary Russell to me, I think he's a natural counter puncher too, but he like to let his hands go. So it's kind of a difference. So Marrero wasn't doing enough he wasn't keeping Tug honest at first until later on in the fight he started to let his hands go. Gary Russell gonna keep him honest. So if he's gonna come in and try to exchange, then he's gonna put himself in risk. But it's a good style matchup though. I like it though. It's not a bad fight to me because I think Tubbs. I mean, you know, come with the right game plan and be able to stay focused uh, for the duration of the 12-round fight. I mean, he could win this fight. That's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not like I wouldn't be surprised. Like it'd be an upset, but I'm not like surprised. But I think like Gary's hand speed is going to keep him at bay early, like my man the Texan said. And I think down the stretch, I think that's when Tug's gonna come on and try and make it a tough fight. He got to make it a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Especially down the stretch. But I think Gary gonna gonna win a nice decision. I think you know. Excuse me for a second. It's good seeing like watching Gary fight, man. It just reminds you how good he is. Because I know coming out the Olympics in 2008, he was like the best fighter. You know what I'm saying on the team. He was touted as being the best fighter. He has a little issue, what I'm saying, where he fell out where he tried to make weight at the Olympics. But I mean Gary is a special talent, like top five talent, you know what I'm saying? Like his skills is nice. He a good ring general. So he can dictate the pace and he can make the fight the way he wanna make it. That's one thing. I haven't seen nobody really rush him and make him, even if I can even say this, even make him punch faster. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta catch him, you gotta time him in those shots. I haven't really seen a lot of people do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought he had competitive fights with Lomachenko. I thought the Jojo Diaz fight was competitive down the stretch, and early it was easy work for me. I thought he won like the first 5 or 6 rounds. So he was able to cruise. So Gary got good defense. You know what I'm saying? I think Gary can get on the stick and jab if he want to, but he want to get you up out of there. So I like for him to push Tugs back. Tug, well, he didn't perform too well when he was pushed back against Marrero. You know what I'm saying? He got hurt. He got dropped by Escondon. You know what I'm saying? So that's a common opponent. You know, Gary just broke him down and stopped him. And Escondon is a 5-1 fighter. And if he can touch you, you know what I'm saying, Gary Russell definitely can because Gary Russell was towering over over Escondon. So I think like I said, this is gonna be a breakdown for Gary Russell in all his fights. The hand speed. Like not just the hand speed to hurt you, but the hand speed to keep you at bay to make you think, like, damn, if I throw 1, 2 extra punches, will he catch me in between those shots? You know what I'm saying? Um Jojo Diaz put in work versus Gary. I had Russell looking up at the clock. Yeah, he was. He was tired. I think he was looking for this fight to hurry up and finish. Morrell is a lot bigger than Russell too. I'm taking Tugs by upset this upset season. All right, Tugs by upset. Okay, you got it by stoppage or you got it by decision, Trey? I got Gary Russell by decision. Morrell got dirty in there. I don't see Russell punking Tug with the just hand speed alone. That can, I mean, I can see that. I don't think it like it's just it's just tricky when you letting your hands go and you already a fast fighter. When it makes him have to reset. I noticed in the way with early when he fought Jose Diaz, he wasn't throwing no punches because every time he reset, Gary was throwing like 5 or 6 punches. You know what I'm saying? So it make you reset, reset, reset. So that's the tactical thing right there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take him out his rhythm. So I think Tug got to throw a lot of straight right hands. He got to work the body, and we'll see. We got to see. I like Gary though. I like Gary in this fight. I got Tug as well. Split decision. Could see a potential knockdown mid rounds being a factor. Okay, all right, y'all rocking with Tug. That's what's up. Lomachenko made Russell look like a B-level fighter, in my opinion. Yeah, that was a tough fight for Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was. I think he outclassed him. He outclassed him, no doubt. Yeah. Well, only like I think that was his one, two, third fight. But I mean, Lomachenko got the experience. So yeah, I'm with that. I thought they missed a knockdown in that fight, but other than that, Gary, it seemed like he was stuck in mud, and Lomachenko just took him to school. Close decision. Tugged by okay, okay. I'm with that. We'll see though. I want to see. I want to see him because I believe he's gonna have to. Uh, I mean, like I said, if he get down early, I wonder will he just go all out. You know what I'm saying? And really um put the pressure on. You know what I'm saying? Because because like I said, these championship fights are different to me. I think it's a lot of pressure. You're dealing with a top talent. You know what I'm saying? Um, will he be able to keep that pace, or will he be able to? Oh, excuse me. Will he be able to adjust and be? It's a lot of factors, but I think it's gonna be definitely competitive. I don't see Gary run away with it. I got to flip the other side. I got a Gary 7-5, 8-4, something like that, and what I'm saying. I just want to see it. I can't wait to see it though. Can't wait to see it. I had Lomachenko. I had an 8-4. I thought he dominated. To be honest, I might go back and watch that. I ain't watched that fight in a long time. But I think I remember it was like 8-4, 9-3 ish, something like that. I thought he won that fight clearly. Jojo was shy but found his punches to the body early. Yeah, he was working to the body. That's going to be a key for Tug, I think. The body work if Tug can fight in the pocket. Yeah. Jojo Diaz was landing sneaky shots during that those rounds where he wasn't doing much, and when he was punching to the body, and that showed up down the stretch later in the fight because I thought Gary was slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Any prospects on the undercard? You got, I think Jamonte Clark is on the undercard. The Russell brothers, you know what I'm saying? They prospects, they on the undercard. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Jamonte Clark, he fought Rosario. So, all right, the co-main. I'm gonna talk about this. This could be a fun little fight based on Rigo's last fight. Um, it's Guerrero Rigondeaux versus Liberto Solis for the WBA 118 pound. I think it's a regular. It's one of those. You know how they do. But this could be a fun fight. Rigo to me, I believe he definitely on the back end of his career. Um, I think his legs is gone. That's why he's sitting in the pocket more fighting. I heard he fought Seha. That was a tough fight. I had Seha winning before the stoppage. I mean, he landed a nice left hand to stop him, but to drop him. I think probably the stoppage was kind of early, but hey, I'm not in there. But that was a tough fight for him. I had him down on the cards. I heard Rigo say after that fight that he want to give fans, exciting fights now, and that quote it kind of it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like he tried to it felt like he tried to disrespect a fan like me. Like you don't gotta lie to me, cause why at 39 years old you want to make you want to make exciting fights. You know what I'm saying? Instead, and you're not in your prime. Why not do that when you was 31, 34, whatever? He 39, 38, 39. Why you sitting in the pocket now? Nobody, nah. You wanna preserve yourself and get out this game with all your faculties. So why you sitting in the pocket getting hit with a guy that you can just you can use your legs a little bit and you can walk him into some shots. He wasn't doing that. He was staying in the pocket getting beat up on until he landed that nice combination to end the fight. So that's what makes this fight kind of interesting. Was Rico last fight? No, it was at 122. His last fight. This is his first fight at 118. I mean, probably like I'm talking about big fight. He probably fought at 118 coming up when he first turned pro. But I think Solis. I watched him fight. He had a couple of close fights. He been in a lot of close fights. He got 5 losses. I don't think he been stopped. If he lose in close fights. He on like a nice little win streak right now. Um, he's an aggressive boxer, puncher type guy too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a big knockout puncher, but he's a counter puncher, aggressive counter puncher. That he's going to wait for you to do your stuff, and he'll try to throw a lot of aggressive shots. Um, he a sucker for a left hand. I seen him fight a Japanese guy, straight left hand. The southpaw Japanese guy was throwing straight left hands down the pipe, and he was getting caught with him. He got dropped. He was getting hurt by that left hand, and that's Rigo's specialty. So I think Rigo gonna put on a show. I think Rigo gonna stop him this fight, probably mid rounds. I like Rigo sitting in the pocket if like when he want to. I don't like Rigo to sit in the pocket because he can't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If he's sitting in the pocket to make a statement, or he's sitting in the pocket to switch up the game plan, or he's sitting in the pocket because he's just trying to test this kid out. Okay, well he ain't no kid. They both like 37, 38, 39. They around the same age. But if he trying to switch up his tactics, cool. But his last fight, he won't switching up no tactics. This dude was standing in the pocket and getting beat up on. He wasn't really his foot movement slowed down. His upper body movement kind of slowed down. He still ducked down and he'll get out the way for some shots. But if you throwing multiple punches, you can get to him. This guy, I want to see how aggressive he's gonna be against Rico. Because if he's too aggressive, he's gonna get countered. Um, if he respect his counter punching and he want to have a boxing match, then he loses that fight. We know how that works. You know what I'm saying with Rigo. So we'll see, man. You picking for a draw? I'm picking a draw for Rigo. Okay, I know that not a lot of people pick draws. Yeah, man. Yeah, those draws. They give you extra points. Extra points. Yeah. When I was in it, I picked the draw. I picked the uh, Trout versus Goucher. I picked that as a draw because I couldn't call it. When I was trying to break it down, I couldn't call it. So I was like, man, that's a draw, bro. And it came out to be, even though I thought Goucher got robbed. I've been wondering if Rigo could win a competitive win the competition. Oh, okay. I wonder if Rigo could win versus the competition. Donaire had. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he beat that guy. What's his name? Anthony Young, the one he stopped in 6 rounds. Donaire stopped him in 6 rounds. I think he beat him. A healthy Burnett. You know what? I think he beat Burnett because Burnett is a boxer and he's not really a big puncher. I'm a healthy Burnett. I think he'll be able to slow that down. I don't think he can he won't be able to outwork. Well, he'll be able to outwork him, but he won't be able to do nothing to him to hurt him. And Rigo will be able to chop that down, and I think he'll dissect him. So yeah, other than anyway, I favor anyway over Rigo right now. This Rigo. Maybe a couple years ago, I might have to. I like Rigo because I like Rigo's counter puncher, but Rigo always been suspect as far as his chin. So if you're not really a big puncher, I can't really favor you over Rigo. So like Barnett, I can't favor him over him. That the kid, the replacement for Tete, I can't. I can't. I can't. I think Rigo all boxes them guys and beat them. But anyway, it would be a problem. I picked the draw for Brunner versus Vargas, but I thought Vargas won. Yeah, I thought Vargas won. I thought Vargas won. That shit pretty easy to me. I watched that. The first time I thought he won, like maybe the first five, like I said, the 5 or 6 rounds. AB didn't start. I think his best round was like the ninth round. I think he hurt him towards the end of the round. He hit him with a couple of good body shots. It was competitive, but I thought Jesse Vargas was winning that fight with his jab. You know what I'm saying? You know the same story about AB. He never let his hands go, even though he be sharp, but he just don't. I don't know, man. That's just I don't understand that. This Rigo been staying planted on his punches lately, but he definitely beat all those replacement. That Russian guy. I think Tete is a tough fight for him style wise because Tete can punch and he can box a little bit. But I probably would favor Rigo over him. Rodriguez is another good fight. Rodriguez might be a future opponent for Rigo. I mean, I think those are tough fight. All those fights right there are tough. But I think Rodriguez is a good boxer. He got I don't know. I think anyway beats him for real. But I don't know about the other guys. I think it'd be tough fights. Stefan Young, yeah, he was man. That was a underrated knockout of the year candidate right there. That was nice. That was a nice shot. Tete's chin too. Yeah, Tete got stopped by Malante, the IBF champion, at 112 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I like, but see, I like Rigo though. I want to see him do his thing. Um, that loss against Lomachenko still stings, man, because the pre-hype shit. He had a lot of people supporting him, and my thing is this, man. As a boxing fan, I like my fighters. The fighters that I like, if they lose or they have a trash performance, they come out and address the public, bro. Because before the fight, you know, before the fight, you talking all this shit, whatever, and then you lose, and then you go into hiding. You shut down your Twitter account. You know what I'm saying? You ducking. Nah, stay right there and take this heat. The same way you would take it before you have a fight. Don't go nowhere. Address your fans. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way, and then that's it. Don't try to hide and hope that it goes away. Nah, the real fans that remember when you come back, we're gonna ask questions. So what happened in the Lomachenko fight? Like, come on. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, yeah. But the fight is okay. So I got Rigo winning that fight. I think Rigo gonna stop him like 6, 7 rounds. That's just my opinion. We'll see though. The opening fight though, Jaime Arboleda versus Jason Velez for it's another WBA 130-pound eliminator. So you know what I'm saying? This fight right here, the opening fight, in my opinion, I'm just guessing, but the winner of this fight probably fight Chris Colbert next. That's just my opinion because this is a WBA eliminator. Think about what's going on in the WBA at 130. You got Rene Alvarado. He's the regular champion. He just beat Cancio. You know what I'm saying? In the rematch, he's with Golden Boy. So we don't know what's how that gonna work. Leo Santa Cruz is the super champion at 126 and 130. Leo Santa Cruz, well, shit, he might fight the winner. Let me take that back. Yeah, he might. I don't know, but I doubt it. I think he's trying to get that payday. So it's either Tank. It's probably Tank next. Um, Let me see. And then Chris Cobra just won the interim title at 130. So um, that's why I say I think the winner of this fight is probably gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of level that he's been fighting at. The same type of. I think he stepped up his last fight. Talking about Chris Cobra against the former champion, Jezreel Corrales. But these some good fights for him too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's gonna get a big fight. So just stay busy and fighting the winner of this fight. Arboleda is a strong guy, tall for the weight. Look like he about 5'9", 5'10". I think he's from Panama. He's trained by Herman Caicedo. That's Luis Ortiz coach. Um, Aggressive, strong guy. A lot of he throw a lot of hard shots. He got a fight on YouTube. His last fight where he stopped the guy in the first round with a body shot. So he can punch, man. Um, he's facing Jason Velez from Puerto Rico. He been around. He fought almost everybody. Jojo Diaz, Ryan Garcia, probably leaving out a lot of other people. But he a tough fighter too. He fought on Tank's undercard in July in Baltimore. So it can be a good competitive fight, man. Good competitive fight. Um, I don't know. I've never seen Velez get stopped. Velez lost to the guy too that Devin Haney fought. Devin Haney's last fight, Santiago. Velez lost to him too. So we'll see how much he got left in the tank. Watch the odds move from main event if one of the Russell brothers. Yeah, yeah, that's true, man. Because that's what people they want to like. Same thing with when Marcellus when he gets stopped. Everybody's like, man, Ortiz gonna beat Wilder now because his brother got stopped. But I doubt it because the Russell brothers, the younger ones, man, they tough. Especially Antonio. No, which the one that beat No, no, no. It's Gary Antoine Russell, the one that beat damn Boots, the one that beat Boots in the amateur. Yeah, he real. He aggressive. The other one is more of a boxer. He's good too, but nah, I don't think they losing. Now with this competition, they've been fighting. um, so yeah, man, that's a Showtime card. It should start like 6 o'clock West Coast, 9 o'clock Eastern. So y'all make sure y'all catch that. So it's a couple of more cards I want to touch on, the small ones, and then about to head up out of here. You got a cruiserweight fight in Germany. I think it's for IBO title. Kevin Lerena versus Flats Arson. Arson is like 49 years old. He's still fighting, but he comes in good shape. I sent a picture of him the weigh in. He looked like he's strong. He's tough though. He fought everybody in the cruiserweight division. Lorena is a southpaw from South Africa, decent boxer. Um, he got some good skills. I expect for him to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's like a crossroads fight in the cruiserweight division, but Lorena should win that fight. That fight's in Germany. So that should be coming on pretty soon. Charles Martin, he's fighting Gerald Washington. That's the co-main for Wilder versus Fury. That's a good fight. That's a good fight right there. Um, I think both these guys they use each other for sparring. I guess they were sparring partners before, so they're very familiar with each other. Um, this is an IBF eliminator too, Trey. So the winner of this is like next in line, or they move up to like number 2 in the IBF. So after Pulev get his shot, they be right next in line, and maybe get a rematch with Kanaki or whatever. Cause Kanaki beat both of them, but it's definitely a IBF title eliminator. And if something was to happen to Fury, one of these guys is gonna step in. So that's another reason why they co-main and they on the card and they getting ready. If I think, I mean, I'm knock on wood, but if something happens to Fury, I think Charles Martin would would be the substitute because Wilder he already beat Washington, so ain't no need to see that again. Charles Martin was the substitute for Luis Ortiz when he fought in New York. So I see the same thing happening, but hopefully everything goes as planned. I think it's a good fight though. It's a good fight. I favor Charles Martin though. Close one too. Yeah, it's a close one. It's a close one. Um, let me see. All right, the last one I want to touch on, man. If I get up out of here, hey, make sure y'all guys go tune in to Marlo's Corner, man. Check out the fight cards. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna call the fights tonight. Um, my man Fink's in the building. He got some content. Um, small channel, but I love his content. He love boxing. He love talk about. He got his pound for pound list, and he a knowledgeable boxing fan. I like him. So go check him out, man. I don't know the Texan. If you got some content, man, let me know. I know Miss Boxing was up in here earlier. Go check her out. She got some shit. They be doing like a little late night chat with the females. That's cool. I like that. They talking about boxing. So I just want to shout everybody out, you know what I'm saying, for rocking with me. So if you guys don't got nothing to do, go check out Trey X and Marlo's Corner tonight. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, no doubt Finks. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go check them out. Listen to the live play by play. Trey X be calling the fights. You know what I'm saying? Marlo be over there chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? The whole fam. But the last card though, we got the females. There's a bunch of females on this card, but newly crowned IBF champion Mary McGee, she can fight. She defending her title, a hometown fight versus Diana Hobbs. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight she's definitely favoring. She's a good fighter, and she fights at 140 pounds. So she looking to win this fight and set up a unification fight with Jessica McCaskill, which I love that fight. Um, and then you got Christina Lenarto. She's fighting for the vacant WBO title, the title that she lost to Kay Taylor last November. She's fighting for it again. She fighting a young lady from France. You know what I'm saying? Forget her name. I forget her name. But she should be able to win that fight. Then you got a bunch of other female fighters on the undercard. So they gonna have a link on Facebook. You just gotta search for Mary McGee. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll pop up if you're interested in that. Yeah, I've been inactive, but I should be pumping out some. Yeah, man, do that, man. Pump out some more videos, bro. Definitely for sure, do that. You got the knowledge. You love the sport. Whenever you get time, yeah, definitely. That's what I try to do. I don't have, always have time to do it, but when I do, what I'm saying, I do it. So definitely do that. Um, let me see. Boots wasn't. Hold on, let me make sure I get that one. Boots wasn't ready for Russell, brother. Ugas versus Boots though. No, I like that fight though. I like it. I like that fight because this is my theory on that. I think Boots a top 10 welterweight, and I favor Boots over everybody after the top 6. I think him and Ugas is a 50-50 fight. I'm not really that high on Ugas, man. I'm just being honest. I think he's okay. He's decent. He can fight and whatnot, but I don't think he's like. I don't think he's like. I ain't gonna say he's that good. I think he's a tough fighter, durable, and he gonna come to fight. But I'm not like high on him like a lot of other people. I think Booth can beat him, um, given his skill set and whatnot. But we'll see though. We'll definitely see. I hope that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt it. I think Ugas is going down the WBA route, so he's looking for a Vesputin or maybe I can see him fight Keith Thurman if Keith Thurman come back, but I don't know. But that's a good fight though. Give me some thoughts on Dubois versus Brazil, former sparring partners. Dubois versus Brazil. I would favor Dubois in that fight, especially early. Brazil starts off slow in every fight, and I believe, and Dubois starts off fast, and he's a faster puncher and better with his combination. You know, if Brazil can take it some rounds, he'll have a chance because he'll be able to get closer. But he's so slow and unpredictable. I mean, he's so slow and predictable. So I think Dubois might stop him like in 2 or 3 rounds if there was a fight. Dubois versus um Joe Joyce. That fight next. They fighting in April. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. That's another one. Joe Joyce is slow, plotting, but he's strong and he got a good chin. And Dubois, Dubois jabbing, he's been getting real good. So I think Dubois is gonna be look when I say about 2 or 3 years, maybe two. I think he's gonna be the biggest threat to Wilder, in my opinion. If he continue to build towards and Wilder still world champion, he's the biggest threat coming up because he has a good jab, he got good power, he can punch with both hands, and he punch in combination. Like as a heavyweight, that's all you really want. You know what I'm saying? He has his jabbing improving a lot. So we'll see. But man, I'm about to close it down, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, checking me out. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. And I'm out, man. Make sure y'all enjoy the fights tonight too. I'm out.